What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, bringing you yet another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle today. And before we get started, just want to remind you guys, do not forget to click that like button right below this video if you would like to see those double daily Wi-Fi battles continuing. Remember, we're just trying to get to 50 likes, so help me out if you can. And as always, I do appreciate your support. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the teams. Our opponent today is going to be Kobato, and he's been on the channel before. I had a battle with him a while back. I think I was like testing out my rain team, maybe? I don't even remember. But I do remember battling him before, and he wanted a rematch, so I was like, sure, let's do an underused match, because why not? So, a little bit of a short match, but we have some interesting stuff, so that's why I decided to post it. I mean, he's bringing a Pikachu. A Pikachu, how could I not upload that? Regardless of who wins or loses, how could I not upload that? So he's bringing Pikachu, he's got Roserade, he's got Lopunny, Scrafty, Gardevoir, and, whatchamacallit, Sigilif, yes, that. And I've got Dugtrio, Electros, Delphox, Heracross, Cradily, and Crawdaunt. So, yes, Crawdaunt is OU now, and so is Mega Gardevoir, which is, what this Gardevoir that he's running is. So we're kind of even on that. At the time that we had this battle, though, I know for a fact that Crawdaunt was not OU. He was still UU. I don't remember when Mega Gardevoir was sent to OU. Don't remember when that was banned. But regardless, it doesn't matter. Does not matter either way. So, I start out with Cradily. He's got his Pikachu out here. I'm going to switch out to Dugtrio. He ends up going for Encore, which does absolutely nothing, and down goes the mascot to an Earthquake from this Dugtrio, and he can't switch out, so yeah, he's kind of screwed. Dugtrio already putting in some work, getting rid of that mascot, as he calls it. In comes the Sigilif, and I'm going to Stone Edge this thing. I'm surprised it hit, but it did, and now he's going to start going for those Cosmic Powers, and that is bad news, because without a crit, I'm not going to be able to take him out from this range. At least that's what it seems like. He does have the Flame Orb, so he can very easily Psycho Shift that onto me, and that is going to be a big problem for Dugtrio, and it'll break my Sash. Do not want that to happen, so I'm going to go out into Wandissimo the Delphox, as he ends up just withdrawing his mop, as he calls it. I really thought he would roost there, but that is fine by me, and he's going to bring out Roserade, so that's actually a bad matchup for him, so he's going to switch out again, and go into his beautiful shiny Scrafty. Look at that, that is gorgeous. And I went for the Psyshock, so he predicted that very, very nicely. And I pretty much have to switch out here because I am Choice Specs. So, yeah, I'm not staying in on Scrafty. I probably wouldn't have stayed in on Scrafty even if I was not Specs, because that's just not a good matchup at all. And he gets a free Dragon Dance, which really is unfortunate. I thought he would attack here, and I was kind of wanting him to. But nonetheless, I'm going to go for the Earthquake. I still outspeed because Dugtrio is very fast, and Scrafty is not. He's not at all. He's going to go for that Drain Punch, get pretty much all of his HP back, and bring me down to my Focus Sash, which is actually what I really wanted him to do in the first place, because now I can hit him in the face with a Reversal with 1 HP, so that's going to do a crap ton of damage. It is super effective, gets a crit. I don't know if that mattered. I feel like it did, because Scrafty's pretty bulky. But nonetheless, he's going to go down to that. So, he's going to bring out the Roserade now, and there's not really much I can do to this thing other than just go for the Earthquake. So that's what I'm going to do, just to get as much damage as possible, and it does a lot. It does so much damage. He goes for the Leaf Storm, and I don't know if he thought I would switch, but I'm not sure why he wanted to cripple his Roserade like that. It could have been a misclick, could have been anything. But I'm going to go into Heracross here, so he pretty much just has to switch anyway. I'm just going to go for the knockoff, and he ends up not switching, so that's fine by me. I guess he didn't have anything that he had to switch into Heracross, which is very possible. So I knock off his Focus Sash, which was already broken anyway, get that Moxie boost, and this fabulous Heracross is just putting in some work. And unfortunately, I am locked into that knockoff, though, because of my Choice Scarf, as Gardevoir traces Moxie, not that it matters. Gonna have to switch out here. I could hit him with a +1 knockoff, but it's really not... it doesn't really make sense for me to do that. So I switch out into Wandissimo, and he's gonna Mega Evolve here, and that is very, very scary. Mega Gardevoir is such a powerful Pokemon. So powerful, and has a surprising amount of bulk as well. That Hyper Voice is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt, and it does almost half, even though it's resisted. Luckily, I do get a Fire Blast off, though, and it is Specs that almost kills this thing in one hit. Almost one-shotting a Mega Gardevoir on the special side, which is kind of crazy. Especially because it was a neutral hit. Wandissimo does go down to that Shadow Ball, unfortunately. Such a great nickname that I can't even pronounce it half the time. I try to say it too fast because I get so excited. I actually think Delphox is really good. I really do. Especially in the lower tiers. Obviously, you're not going to bring it to OU and win, but it has some use in the lower tiers because Choice Specs Fire Blast is nothing to laugh at. Nothing at all. So Electros comes in and finishes off that Mega Gardevoir with a Volt Switch. That brings us back out to Mop and Heracross, and that is not a good matchup for this Sigilif whatsoever. Knockoff is going to take him out, and I believe he has one more Pokemon. So off goes the Flamor. We already knew he was carrying that. We do get the +1 boost at this point, and all he has left is Lopunny. And that is not a good matchup for him whatsoever. As long as Heracross is around, he pretty much lost the match at this point. So I have to go for knockoff still. And I knock off his Toxic Orb, which he was probably going to try to switcheroo onto me at some point. But the battle didn't unfold that way. So another knockoff at +1 is going to finish this Lopunny off. So like I said, a very fast-paced battle. We were kind of going punch for punch there. I only lost a couple of Pokemon. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3. So it was like, I don't know, like a 3-0, something like that. I wasn't really keeping track. I just really liked the Pokemon that we were bringing. Yeah, and Crawdon, I don't think even got into the match. I would like to have seen Cradily do a little bit more work, but Cradily did some impressive work over on the Battle Spot Live series a couple episodes ago. So I decided, you know what, I need to start bringing it in Wi-Fi battles a little bit more because it's such an amazing Pokemon. It's got Toxic, it's got access to that Recover, a reliable Recover, and then it can set up rocks. It can do all kinds of silly shenanigans that make it very, very difficult to get rid of a lot of times. Not to mention, Giga Drain has pretty decent coverage. So, that being said, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about this battle. I will put Kobato's info in the description because I'm pretty sure he has a YouTube channel. I'll have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure he does. So I'll put all that stuff in the description for you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this time, guys. Do not forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it because it does help out a lot. And I will see you for the next battle. But until then, game on.